Hi, welcome back to Crates with Zed. Today, we're taking a look at Manco Supply Munition number 82 once more. I picked these up for 13 cents Canadian each, which is a 1.04 key cost to open once you factor in the key, and the expected value is 1.1 keys, which is a profit of 0.06 keys. Where does that profit come from? Well, mostly in the two expensive strange parts. The strange cosmetic part kills, which comes up 10% of the time and is worth 5.5 to 6 keys, and the strange part headshot kills, which is worth about 3 keys. And those are the only two ones we're really looking for. The Flog Strangifier at 20% is going to be just under half a key, but I have lots of those for sale, and they're not selling super quick, so not hoping to make a lot of money off of those. But with the chance to profit at 20.46% once we factor in the unusual and the two strange parts, it feels pretty good. At the time of recording, the key price in metal is 59 refined, and the key price in cash is $1.73 US. If you want to buy keys for cash, manco.store is the place to do it. They sponsor my channel, and if you use the link in the description, you can buy some keys for $1.73 US, which is much cheaper than the in-game store. And if you make a purchase after clicking on any link in the description, that helps support the channel. We're opening up 1,000 of Manco Supply Munition number 82 today, and that means our unusual tracker is once again looking happy. We have a 78.8% chance of 5 or more unusuals, a 10.8% chance of 4 unusuals, a 6.5% chance of 3 unusuals, a 2.9% chance of 2 unusuals, a 0.9% chance of 1 unusual, and a 0.1% chance of getting absolutely no unusuals. So we should see at least 5 unusuals today. Maybe we get unlucky, who knows. And because these are all profitable crates, we are expecting to turn these 1,000 keys into 1,100 keys by the end of the video. It could be better, could be worse. It all depends on how many of those strange parts we get. But this is a profitable video, hopefully. And remember, I didn't spend thousands of dollars on this video. These keys are coming from me selling items from previous videos, so this is money I've already invested into TF2, money I've got from sponsors or from opening items, and it's helping fund this video. Okay, let's jump into the openings. Number 1. We get a Cleaner's Carbine Strangifier. Number 2. We get Strange Part Full Health Kills. Number 3. That's a Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. Number 4. A Flog Strangifier. 5. Sweet. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. That's worth 6 keys. Well, 5.67 keys. And that's a profit of 4.5 keys. Sweet. 6. Strange Part Headshot Kills. That's worth 3 keys for a 2 key profit. 7. That's another Flog Strangifier. 8. Another Flog. 9. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 10. Cleaner's Carbine. 11. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 12. It's a Flog Strangifier. 13. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 14. A Flog Strangifier. 15. Another Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 16. Vlog. 17. Cleaner's Carbine. 18. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 19. Vlog Stranger Fire. 20. A Vlog. 21. Cleaner's Carbine. 22. A Vlog. 23. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 24. Vlog. 25. Another Vlog. 26. Big Chief Stranger Fire. 27. Private Eye. 28. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 29. Cleaner's Carbine. 30. Strange Part full health kills. 31. Cleaner's Carbine. 32. Big Chief. 33. Vlog. 34. Cleaner's Carbine. Oops, that's not a Cleaner's Carbine. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 35. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 36. Vlog. 37. Cleaner's Carbine. 38. Strange Part full health kills. 39. Cleaner's Carbine. 40. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 41. Vlog. 42. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 43. Another Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 44. Cleaner's Carbine. 45. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 46. Vlog Stranger Fire. 47. Vlog Stranger Fire. 48. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 49. Flog. 50. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 51. Flog. 52. Cleaner's Carbine. 53. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 54. Flog. 55. Cleaner's Carbine. 56. Private Eye. 57. Log. 58. Strange cosmetic part kills. We've been missing you. 59. Another Flog. 60. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 61. Another one. 62. Cleaner's Carbine. 63. Private Eye. 64. Cleaner's Carbine. 65. Flog. 66. Another Flog. 67. Cleaner's Carbine. 68. Flog. 69. Another Flog. 70. Pretty Boy. 71. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 72. Cleaner's Carbine. 73. Strange part full health kills. 74. Strange part headshot kills. Sweet. 75. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 76. Log. 77. A Flog. 78. A third Flog. 79. A fourth Flog. 80. Cleaner's Carbine. 81. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. I lost count. Cleaner's carbine. What are we at? 60, 70, 83. Hey. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 84. Cleaner's carbine. 85. Log. 86. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 87. Strange part headshot kills. It's nice. 88. Cleaner's carbine. 89. Another one. 90. Big Chief. 91. Vlog. 92. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 93. Another one. 94. Big Chief. 95. Strange part headshot kills. 96. Vlog. 97. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 98. Cleaner's carbine. 99. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 100. Cleaner's carbine. Okay, after 100, how are we doing? We spent 104 keys. We've only got back 60, so we're down 43 keys. Not a good start to the video. We're seeing way less of the strange cosmetic part kills and the strange part headshot kills, so we are losing all our value on that. We see more of the stranges than we want. So let's hope that we get more strange parts going forward, and we'll see how we do. 101. Cleaner's carbine. 102. Cleaner's carbine. 103. Vlog. 104. Private Eye. 105. Vlog. 106. Strange part headshot kills. 107. Vlog. 108. Cleaner's carbine. 109. Vlog. 110. Vlog. 111. Blog. 112. A fourth flog in a row. 113. Private Eye. 114. Clean Yours Carbine. 115. Blog. 116. Clean Yours Carbine. 117. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 118. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 119. Whoops. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol for the third time in a row. 120. Private Eye. 121. Clean Yours Carbine. 122. Another one. 123. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 124. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 125. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 126. Clean Yours Carbine. 127. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 128. Clean Yours Carbine. 129. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 130. Clean Yours Carbine. 131. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 132. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 133. Clean Yours Carbine. 134. Clean Yours Carbine. 135. Private Eye. 136. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 137. Clean Yours Carbine. 138. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. Love to see it. 139. It's a flog. 140. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 141. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. We need to see more of those. 142. Private Eye. 143. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 144. Log. 145. Log. 146. Log. 147. Strange part headshot kills. 148. Cleaner's carbine. 149. Log. 150. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 151. Log. 152. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 153. Log. 154. Strange cosmetic work kills. 155. Strange part headshot kills. It's a nice one back to back. 156. Log. 157. Another one. 158. Big Chief. 159. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 160. Strange part headshot kills. 161. Cleaner's carbine. 162. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 163. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 164. Cleaner's carbine. 165. Another one. 166. Log. 167. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. Lost count. Log. We're at 169. Big Chief. 170. Strange part headshot kills. 171. Cleaner's carbine. 172. Cleaner's carbine. 173. Cleaner's carbine again. 174. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 175. Back to back strange cosmetic part kills. Love to see it. 176. Log. 177. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 178. Log. 179. Cleaner's Carbine. 180. Flog. 181. Big Chief. 182. Cleaner's Carbine. 183. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 184. Cleaner's Carbine. 185. It's a Flog. 186. Private Eye. 187. Cleaner's Carbine. 188. Another one. 189. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 190. Cleaner's Carbine. 191. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 192. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. That's more like it. 193. Cleaner's Carbine. 194. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 195. Vlog. 196. Cleaner's Carbine. 197. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 198. Cleaner's Carbine. 199. Flog. And 200. Strange Part Full Health Kills. Okay, after 200, how are we doing? We spent 208 keys, we've got back 141 keys, we're down 67.69 keys. That's really too bad. We're still behind on the Strange Cosmetic Part and the Strange Part Headshot Kills. We need to see more of those to be profitable, and we'd really like to see an unusual. We hope to see one so far. We haven't seen it. In terms of our chances, we have a 60.7% chance of 5+ unusuals in the remaining 800. We have a 16.5% chance of 4 unusuals, a 12.5 of 3, a 7.1 of 2 unusuals, and a 2.7 of 1 unusual, and a 0.5 of getting no unusuals. That's a scary 0.5. Let's hope we don't hit it. Okay, let's keep going with number 201. Strange Part Headshot Kills, nice. Number 102? Or 202. Big Chief. 203. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 204. Flog. 205. Another one. 206. Strange part headshot kills. We're seeing more of those. 207. Hey, we get another one. 208. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 209. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 210. Cleaner's carbine. 211. Strange part full health kills. 212. Strange part full health kills. 213. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 214. Strange part headshot kills. Nice. 215. Cleaner's carbine. 216. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 217. A flog. 218. Another one. 219. Strange part full health kills. 220. Cleaner's carbine. 221. Another one. 222. Flog. 223. Strange part headshot kills. That one's slowly catching up to expected value. 224. Flog. Oops. 225. Flog. 226. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 227. Strange cosmetic part kills. 228. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 229. Another one. 230. Another one. 231. Cleaner's carbine. 232. Flog. 233. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 234. Strange part headshot kills. Nice. 235. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 236. Strange cosmetic part kills. Whoopsies. There we go. 237. Strange part, full health kills. 238. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 239. Strange part headshot kills. 240. Cleaners, carbine. 241. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 242. Cleaners, carbine. 243. Private Eye. 244. Log. 245. Cleaners, carbine. 246. Strange cosmetic part kills. Catching up. 247. Cleaners, carbine. 248. Strange part full health kills. 249. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 250. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 251. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 252. Cleaners, carbine. 253. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 234 or 54. Cleaners, carbine. 255. Cleaners, carbine. 256. Strange part, full health kills. 257. Cleaners, carbine. 258. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 259. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 260. Strange cosmetic part kills. 261. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 262. Log. 263. Cleaners, carbine. 264. Log. 265. Log. 266. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 267. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 268. Log. 269. Another flog. 270. A third flog. 271. Strange part headshot kills. 272. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 273. Cleaner's carbine. 274. Log. 275. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 276. Strange part full health kills. 277. Strange cosmetic part kills. 278. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 279. Cleaner's carbine. 280. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 281. Strange cosmetic part kills. 282. Strange part headshot kills. It's a good couple of opens. 283. Big Chief. 284. Cleaner's carbine. 285. Log. 286. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 287. Log. 288. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 289. Log. 290. Strange part headshot kills. 291. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 292. Strange part headshot kills. 293. Strange part full health kills. 294. Cleaner's carbine. 295. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 296. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 297. Log. 298. Strange part headshot kills. 299. Strange part full health kills. 300. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. So after 300 opens, we're not looking too great. We are spending 313 keys. We're making back 235 keys. So it's a loss of 77.5 keys. This is all coming down to us not seeing enough strange cosmetic part kills. We expected to see, more than 150 keys of value. We saw just over 100 keys of value. So we're short at least 50 there. And we're also short on the strange part headshot kills. So let's hope that we can see some of those pick up. And let's hope we can see a Series 3 Unusual. We're down to a 49% chance of 5 or more Unusuals, so half the time I open up 700 crates, I get 5 or more, half the time I get 4 or less. Let's hope we get 5 or more still. I just went and counted, and it's been 739 opens since the last Unusual in any of my videos, so that's quite the unlucky streak. Here is hoping our luck turns up for number 301. Vlog 302. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 303. Big Chief 304. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 305. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol again 306. Cleaner's Carbine 307. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 308. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 309. Strange Part Full Health Kills 310. Strange Part Headshot Kills 311. Cleaner's Carbine 312. Strange Part Full Health Kills 313. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 314. Strange Part Full Health Kills 315. Cleaner's Carbine 316. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills, love to see it 317. Strange Part Headshot Kills, excellent 318. Vlog 319. Strange Part Full Health Kills 320. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 321. Vlog 322. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills, it's coming back 323. Cleaner's Carbine 324. Vlog 325. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol 326. Cleaner's Carbine 327. Strange Part Full Health Kills 328. Strange Part Headshot Kills 329. Cleaner's Carbine. 330. Flog. 331. Strange part full health kills. 332. Strange cosmetic part kills. 333. Another flog. 334. Another flog. 335. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 336. Strange cosmetic part kills. That's nice. 337. Log. 338. Strange part full health kills. 339. Cleaner's Carbine. 340. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 341. Cleaner's Carbine. 342. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 343. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 344. Log. 345. Strange part headshot kills. 346. Nice, back-to-back strange headshot kills. 347. Cleaner's Carbine. 348. Log. 349. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 350. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 351. Cleaner's Carbine. 352. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 353. Cleaner's Carbine. 354. Strange part full health kills. 355. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 356. Cleaner's Carbine. 357. Flog. 358. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 359. Strange part headshot kills. 360. Cleaner's Carbine. 361. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 362. Big Chief. 363. Strange Part full health kills. 364. Private Eye. 365. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 366. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 367. Vlog. 368. Another one. 369. Strange Part headshot kills. 370. Big Chief. 371. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 372. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. $373. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 374. Vlog. 375. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 376. Strange Part headshot kills. 377. Cleaner's Carbine. 378. Cleaner's Carbine. 379. Strange Part full health kills. 380. Vlog. 381. Vlog. 382. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 383. Cleaner's Carbine. 384. Hey! Unusual Frontrunner. That's a Series 3 unusual. So those average to be 14 keys, but let's see how much this one is. It looks to be 17.5 to 18 keys, so I'll mark that as 17.75. Let's take a look to see how it looks. The Frontrunner with Dead Presidents. Not terrible. I like it. Sweet. So that was 823 unboxes for me to get that unusual. Wow, that's quite the streak. Let's hope the next one doesn't take that long. We will keep going with 300 and... oh, I've lost count entirely. 385. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 386. It's a Vlog. 387. Strange Part headshot kills. 388. Strange Part full health kills. 389. That's a flog. 390. Cleaner's Carbine. 391. Flog. 392. Cleaner's Carbine. 393. Another one. 394. Wow, another unusual. Series 3 unusual. Let's go look up a price on this one. Well, that was certainly faster, but it wasn't a valuable one. That one's only worth 8.5 to 9 keys, so I'll mark that at 8.75. That one only took us 10 to get. That was much faster. Let's see if we can do that again. Oh, we gotta check out how it looks. Yeah, it's not a great hat with a good effect. Does not look the greatest. I will definitely be selling this one right away, and we'll be putting back my old unusual on right away. Okay, let's get back to the openings. This is 395. Private Eye. 396. Flog. 397. Cleaner's Carbine. 398. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 399. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. And 400. Cleaner's Carbine. Sweet. How are we doing after 400? We got 2 unusuals, but we're still down. We spent 417 keys. We've only opened up 349, so we're losing 67.5 keys so far. We're still missing all that value from Strange Cosmetic Part Kills and a little bit from Strange Part Headshot Kills. And we're missing a little bit from not getting as many unusuals as we would like, but can't complain getting 2 in 400 opens here. Okay, let's keep going. 401. Cleaner's Carbine. 402. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 403. Cleaner's Carbine. 404. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 405. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 406. Cleaner's Carbine. 407. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 408. Cleaner's Carbine. 409. Big Chief. 410. Cleaner's Carbine. 411. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 412. Flog. 413. Cleaner's Carbine. 414. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 415. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 416. Big Chief. 417. Saflog. 418. Cleaner's Carbine. 419. Another Flog. 420. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 421. Strange part headshot kills. 422. Cleaner's Carbine. 423. Log. 424. Cleaner's Carbine. 425. Sweet. Well, not so sweet. An unusual Magnificent Mongolian with Miami Nights. This one's not going to be worth the full 14. Let's look up a price. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. This is anywhere from 10 to 12 keys, so not... It's still low tier, but not the lowest of tiers. Let's go see how it looks on our heavy. It is a bad hat with a good effect. Doesn't look good. Still not going to replace my my original unusual. We'll flip it back. Okay. Wow. That was only 31 unboxes to get the next unusual. Pretty good. Let's keep going with 426. Strange cosmetic part kills. What a good couple of unboxes. 427. Strange part headshot kills. That's more like it. 428. Strange part full health kills. 429. We get it again. 430. That's a Flog. 431. Strange part headshot kills. 432. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 433. Another Flog. 434. Cleaner's Carbine. 435. Cleaner's Carbine. 436. Strange cosmetic part kills. 437. Cleaner's Carbine. 438. Strange part full health kills. 439. Cleaner's Carbine. 440. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 441. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 442. Log. 443. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 444. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 445. It's a Flog. 446. Private Eye. 447. Private Eye. 448. Cleaner's Carbine. 449. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 450. Cleaner's Carbine. 451. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 452. Private Eye. 453. Not Cleaner's Carbine. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 454. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 455. Cleaner's Carbine. 456. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 457. Another one. 458. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 459. Hey, back to back. Very nice. 460. Cleaner's Carbine. 461. Log. 462. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 463. Another one. 464. Cleaner's Carbine. 465. That's a Flog. 466. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 467. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. Sweet. 468. Another Flog. 469. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 470. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 471. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 472. Flog. 473. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 474. Another one. 475. It's a Flog. 476. Strange cosmetic part kills. Yahoo! 477. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 478. Flog. 479. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 480. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 481. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 482. Strange part full health kills. Just noticed on my overlay that the key price is $1.55. Let me go check that out real quick. Sorry about that. That was a erroneous value. That was supposed to be $1.73, and it fell back to $1.50 whatever as an error. So sorry about that. Key price is only $1.73. Let's get back to the openings. 483. Private Eye. 484. Strange part headshot kills. 485. Strange part full health kills. 486. A flog. 487. Another one. 488. Strange part full health kills. 489. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 490. Private Eye. 491. Cleaner's Carbine. 492. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 493. Strange part full health kills. 494. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 495. That's a flog. 496. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 497. Big Chief. 498. Flog. 499. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 500. Another flog. How are we looking after 500? We have spent 521 keys. We've got back 448, so we're down 73.57. Not too great still. Still missing out on 75 keys of value from the Strange Cosmetic Part kills, and another like 50 from the Strange Part Headshot kills. We did get to see our unusuals. We have a few now. But still not looking so great. We're gonna keep going. 501. A flog. 502. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 503. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 504. Big Chief. 505. Cleaner's Carbine. 506. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 507. Cleaner's Carbine. 508. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 509. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 510. Cleaner's Carbine. 511. Another one. 512. Big Chief. Whoops. 513. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 514. Log. 515. Cleaner's Carbine. 516. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 518. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 519. Vlog. 519. Big Chief. 520. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 521. Vlog. 522. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 523. Cleaner's Carbine. 524. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 525. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. Nice. 526. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 527. Vlog. 528. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 529. Cleaner's Carbine. 530. Another Carbine. 531. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 532. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 533. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 534. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 535. Log. 536. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 537. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 538. Cleaner's Carbine. 539. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 540. Strange Part headshot kills. 541. Big Chief. 542. Strange Part headshot kills. 543. Big Chief. 544. Strange Part headshot kills. That's 3 in the last 5. That's nice. 580. No, 5. I don't know what the count is. Log Strange Fire. What are we at? 546. Wow, another headshot kills. 547. Cleaner's Carbine. 548. Vlog. 549. Strange Part full health kills. 550. A Vlog Stranger Fire. Whoopsies. 551. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 552. Cleaner's Carbine. 553. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 554. Vlog Stranger Fire. 555. Cleaner's Carbine. 556. Strange Part headshot kills. 557. Cleaner's Carbine. 558. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 559. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 560. Cleaner's Carbine. 561. Cleaner's Carbine. 562. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 563. Strange Cosmetic Part kills. 564. Big Chief. 565. Cleaner's Carbine. 566. Log. 567. Cleaner's Carbine. 568. Cleaner's Carbine. 569. Vlog. 570. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. Whoops. There we go. 571. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 572. Cleaner's Carbine. 573. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 574. Strange part, full health kills. 575. Cleaner's Carbine. 576. Strange part, full health kills. 577. Cleaner's Carbine. 578. Strange cosmetic part kills. 579. Big Chief Strangifier. 580. Strange part, full health kills. 581. Strange Flog, or Flog Strangifier. This is, I lost my count again. 582. Another Flog. 583. Cleaner's Carbine. 584. Cleaner's Carbine. 585. Flog. 586. Another Flog. 587. Sweet, unusual Z goggles with Terawatt. This should be nice. It's a Series 3 unusual, so it's probably more than 14 keys. Let's see what we get. Well, I'm quite surprised. This has buy orders at 10.5 keys and sell orders at 17. Though, if I look at kilowatts, it sells for much higher. It's in like the 20 to 30 key range. So maybe this one's just a little outdated. Maybe this one, there's only one for sale at 17. So maybe this one is underpriced. Who knows? I'm very surprised. This used to be like a top tier hat back when I played in like 2009 to 2013. So I'm surprised to see it fall so low. I think I can sell it for more than 13.75. But we'll have to see how it ends up. Let's go see how it looks. Yeah, see, that looks fantastic. It's a good effect on a good hat. Way more than 14 keys. I think, at least. Let's go back to openings, though. Where were we? We're at 500 and 4... No. Let me count again. 588. Cleaner's Carbine. 589. Cleaner's Carbine. 590. Flog Strangifier. 591. Cleaner's Carbine. 592. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 593. Flog Strangifier. 594. Another Flog. 595. Cleaner's Carbine. 596. Big Chief. 597. Flog Strangifier. 598. Strange part, full health kills. $5.99. Cleaner's Carbine. And 600. Strange cosmetic part kills. Okay. How are we looking after 600? We are at 626 keys spent. We're at 524 keys opened. So we're down a whole 100 keys. Ouch. This is looking like the last time we did it. Again, it's all coming down to us not getting the strange cosmetic part kills as often as we expect, and the strange headshot kills as often as we expect. The unusual tracker is still looking happy. We've got a 12.7% chance of 5 unusuals, a 14.4 of 4, a 21.9% of 3, a 23% of 2, and an 18.9% of 1, with only a 7.1% chance of no unusual in the rest of the video. So we've still got 400 opens left to do. We've got 4 unusual so far. Let's see if we can keep the streak going. 601. The Flog. 602. Cleaner's Carbine. 603. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 604. Flog Strangifier. 605. Cleaner's Carbine. 606. Flog Strangifier. 607. Strange part headshot kills. 608. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. Whoopsies. 609. Big Chief. 610. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 611. Strange cosmetic part kills. 612. Cleaner's Carbine. 613. Private Eye. 614. Strange part full health kills. 615. Flog Strangifier. 616. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 617. Cleaner's Carbine. 618. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 619. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 620. Cleaner's Carbine. 621. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 622. Private Eye. 623. Private Eye. 624. Flog. 625. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 626. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 627. Vlog Strange Fire. 628. Strange Part. Full health kills. 629. Cleaner's Carbine. 630. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 631. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 632. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 633. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 634. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 635. A fourth one in a row. 636. Another Flog. 637. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 638. I've had enough of these Pretty Boys Pocket Pistols. 639. Another Flog. 640. Private Eye. 641. Flog. 642. Another Flog. 643. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 644. Big Chief. 645. Cleaner's Carbine. 646. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 647. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 648. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 649. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 650. Strange Part Full Health Kills. Nope. 651. Big Chief. 652. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 653. Flog. 654. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 655. Another Flog. 656. Private Eye. 657. Cleaner's Carbine. 658. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 659. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 660. A third one. 661. A fourth one. 662. Strange cosmetic part kills. 650 or 663. Cleaner's Carbine. 664. Big Chief. 665. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. 666. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 667. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 668. Log. 669. Cleaner's Carbine. 670. Strange part headshot kills. 671. Big Chief. 672. Cleaner's Carbine. 673. Strange part headshot kills. Whoopsies. There we go. 674. Cleaner's Carbine. 675. Strange part full health kills. 676. Cleaner's Carbine. 677. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 678. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 679. Another one. 680. Strange cosmetic part kills. 681. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 682. Cleaner's Carbine. 683. Strange cosmetic part kills. 684. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 685. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 686. Cleaner's Carbine. 687. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 688. Another one. 689. Another one. 690. Flog. 691. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 692. Cleaner's Carbine. 693. Nice, another strange cosmetic part kills. 694. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, $6.95. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, $6.96. Cleaner's Carbine, $6.97. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, $6.98. Cleaner's Carbine, $6.99. Another one, $700. Another carbine. Okay, 700 down, 300 to go. What are we looking at? 730 keys spent, 606 keys earned. We're down 123.5 keys. We are still missing, it looks like 100 keys of value from the strange cosmetic part kills, and maybe another 50 from the headshot kills. Not too great. We expected to be above value. We expect to be making profit on these, and we're not so far. So pretty unlucky with the strange cosmetic part kills. Or who knows, maybe the wiki's probabilities are wrong. Maybe these are less frequent than they're estimating, which would kind of throw my whole math off here. But let's keep going. Let's see what we get. 701. Strange cosmetic part kills, 702. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 703. Cleaner's Carbine, 704. That's a Flog Strange of Fire, 705. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 706. Strange part headshot kills, 707. Back to back, love to see it, 708. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 709. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 710. Flog, 711. Another Flog, 712. A third Flog, 713. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 714. Strange cosmetic part kills, nice, 715. Private Eye, 716. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 717. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, nope, 718. Cleaner's Carbine, 719. Strange part full health kills, 720. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol, 721. Flog, 722. Cleaner's Carbine, 723. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 724. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 725. Cleaner's Carbine. 726. Flog. 727. Another Flog. 728. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 729. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 780. Cleaner's Carbine. 781. Cleaner's Carbine. 782. A Flog. 783. Private Eye. 784. Cleaner's Carbine. 785. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 786. Flog. 787. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. I lost count. Strange Part Full Health Kills. I think we're at 789. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. Where are we? This might be 740. Yeah. 740. Whoops. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 741. Flog. 742. Big Chief. 743. Another Flog. 794. No, 744. Keep mixing up my count. 745. Flog. 746. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 747. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 748. Flog. 749. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 750. Cleaner's Carbine. 751. Flog. 752. Cleaner's Carbine. 753. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 754. Cleaner's Carbine. 755. Cleaner's Carbine. 756. Cleaners Carbine. 757. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 758. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 759. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 760. Another Headshot Kills. 761. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 762. Flog. 763. Cleaners Carbine. 764. Flog. 765. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 766. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 767. Flog. 768. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 769. Another Headshot Kills. Nice. 770. Cleaners Carbine. 771. Another Headshot Kills. 772. Another Headshot Kills. Wow, this is a nice batch. 773. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 774. Cleaners Carbine. 775. Flog. 776. Big Chief. Okay, lucky number 777. Not so lucky. Flog. 778. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 779. Another Headshot Kills. 780. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. Wow. This is a pretty good page. 781. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 782. Cleaners Carbine. 783. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 784. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 785. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 786. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 787. We get it again. 788. Cleaners Carbine. 789. Big Chief. 790. Strange part, full health kills. 791. Strange part, headshot kills. 792. Cleaner's carbine. 793. Strange cosmetic part kills, nice. 794. Strange part headshot kills. Very nice. 795. Strange part full health kills. 796. Big Chief. 797. Log. 798. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 799. Cleaner's carbine. 780. No, this is... I totally lost my count. That's 800, I think. Yeah, 800. Okay, after 800, how are we looking? 834 keys spent, 693 keys opened. We're down 141 keys. Ouch. And no unusual for a while. Let me get the count. No unusual for 213 crates, so that's not great. Again, we're still down because of the strange cosmetic part kills and the strange part headshot kills. We're a little under on the unusual now, which is too bad. In the remaining part of the video, we've got 200 crates, and we have a 1.1% chance of 5 or more unusuals, a 3.3% chance of 4 unusuals, a 10% chance of 3 unusuals, 23% chance of 2, 35% of 1, and 26.8 of 0. So looking more likely that we get less unusuals, but there's still, 75% of the time we're getting at least 1 unusual, so that's pretty good. Let's see what we get in the last 200 here. 801. Cleaner's carbine. 802. Another one. 803. A flog. 804. Cleaner's carbine. 805. Flog. 806. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 807. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 808. Strange part full health kills. 809. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 810. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 811. Log Stranger Fire. 812. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 813. Cleaner's carbine. 814. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 815. Cleaner's carbine. 816. Log. 817. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 818. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 819. Strange part headshot kills. Very nice. 820. Strange part full health kills. 821. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 822. Cleaner's carbine. 823. Log. 824. Cleaner's carbine. 825. Strange part full health kills. 826. Log. 827. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 828. Log. 829. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 830. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 831. Strange part full health kills. 832. Another flog. 833. Another flog. 834. Strange part full health kills. 835. It's a flog Strange of Fire. 836. Another flog. 837. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 838. A flog. 839. A flog. 840. Strange part full health kills. 841. Cleaner's carbine. Whoopsies. There we go. 842. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 843. Cleaner's carbine. 844. Log. 845. Cleaner's carbine. 846. Flog Strange of Fire. 847. Cleaner's carbine. 848. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. Whoopsies. There we go. 849. Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. 850. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 851. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 852. Vlog. 853. Vlog. 854. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 855. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 856. Cleaner's Carbine. 857. Strange Part Full Health Kills. 858. Big Chief. 859. Another Big Chief. 860. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 861. Private Eye. 862. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 863. Vlog. 864. Cleaner's Carbine. 865. Cleaner's Carbine. 866. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 867. Vlog. 868. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 869. Vlog. 870. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 871. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 872. Vlog. 873. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 874. Cleaner's Carbine. 875. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 876. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 877. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 878. Cleaner's Carbine. 879. Strange Part Headshot Kills. 880. Strange Part Headshot Kills again. 881. Private Eye. 882. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. 883. Flog Strangifier. 884. Big Chief. 885. Private Eye. 886. Strange part full health kills. 887. Cleaner's Carbine. 888. Flog Strangifier. 889. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 890. Strange part full health kills. 891. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 892. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 893. Another Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 894. A Flog. 895. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 896. Strange part headshot kills. 897. Strange part full health kills. 898. Flog Strangifier. 899. Another Flog. And 900. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. Okay, after 900, how we looking? We spent 939 keys. We've got back 757. We're down 181 keys. Ouch, that's a pretty big loss. Again, all due to the Strange Cosmetic Part kills and Strange Part Headshot kills, and a little bit from the Unusuals. Not so great to be losing this much. Okay, let's do the last 100. 901. Cleaner's Carbine. 902. Strange Cosmetic Part kills. 903. Private Eye. 904. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 905. Cleaner's Carbine. 906. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 907. Strange part full health kills. 908. Flog. 909. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 910. Flog. Whoops. 911. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. 912. Flog. 913. Strange part, full health kills. 914. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 915. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 916. Flog Strange of Fire. 917. Another Flog. 918. Cleaner's Carbine. 919. Strange part, full health kills. 920. Flog Strange of Fire. 921. Cleaner's Carbine. 922. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 923. Flog. No. 924. Strange part, full health kills. 925. Flog Stranger Fire. 926. Cleaner's Carbine. 927. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 928. Cleaner's Carbine. 929. Flog Strange of Fire. 930. Strange cosmetic part kills. Nice. 931. Cleaner's Carbine. 922. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 923. Strange cosmetic part kills. Sweet. I lost my count. Flog Strange Fire. We're at 935. Big Chief. 936. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 937. Cleaner's Carbine. 938. Cleaner's Carbine. 939. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 940. That's a Flog. 941. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 942. Strange cosmetic part kills. Very nice. 923 or 943. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 944. Cleaner's Carbine. 945. Pretty Boys pocket pistol. 946. Cleaner's Carbine. 947. Cleaner's Carbine. 948. That's a Flog. 949. Sweet. Strange cosmetic part kills. 950. Strange part full health kills. Last 50. 951. That's a Flog. 952. Strange cosmetic part kills. 953. Strange part full health kills. 954. Cleaner's Carbine. 955. Another Cleaner's Carbine. 956. That's a Flog. 957. Cleaner's Carbine. 958. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 959. Flog Stranger Fire. 960. Another Flog. 961. Strange part full health kills. 962. Cleaner's Carbine. 963. Strange cosmetic part kills. 964. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 965. Log. 966. Strange part headshot kills. 967. Another headshot kills. Nice. 968. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 969. Private Eye. 970. Strange cosmetic part kills. Very nice. 971. Big Chief. 972. Flog Strange Fire. 973. Another Flog. 974. Pretty Boy's Pocket Pistol. 975. Cleaner's Carbine. 976. Flog Stranger Fire. 977. Cleaner's Carbine. 978. Flog. $9.79. Another Flog. $9.80. Strange Part full health kills. $9.81. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. $9.82. Flog Strange of Fire. $9.83. Another Flog. $9.84. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. $9.85. Another Flog. $9.86. A Flog. $9.87. Cleaner's Carbine. $9.88. Strange Cosmetic Part Kills. $9.89. Cleaner's Carbine. $9.90. Flog. $9.91. Strange Part full health kills. $9.92. Strange Part full health kills. $9.93. Another Flog. $9.94. Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. $9.95. Cleaner's Carbine. $9.96. Cleaner's Carbine. $9.97. Flog. $9.98. Another Flog. $9.99. Strange Part headshot kills. And our last one, number 1000, is a Flog. Okay, after 1000, how did we do? We spent 1043 keys. We only made back 837. We can go through each page and see what we got real quick. No unusuals for the first bunch of pages. Then we got 2 here. We got the Dead President's Frontrunner and the Cloud9 Tungsten Toque. Then on the next page, we got the Miami Knights Magnificent Mongolian. And one more unusual, we got the Terawatt Z Goggles, which I think is undervalued. And then no more unusuals on the rest of the pages. So yeah, how do we do overall? Not great. We spent 1043, we made back 837, so we lost 206 keys today. Seems to be maybe the percentages for the Strange Cosmetic Part kills and Strange Part headshot kills might not be correct on the wiki. I mean, it could be a statistical anomaly that I've opened more Stranges and less Strange Parts than the expected one here. I'll have to do some statistical analysis offline to see if it's reasonable to get this. But who knows? The wiki could be wrong. If you want to buy anything from me, I'll have everything that I unbox listed on my Manco store. The links for that's in the description. Manco.store sponsors me, and they're an item marketplace where you can buy and sell TF2 items. They've got the best price on keys. They've got all my items on there. If you make a purchase after clicking on any of the links in the description, that helps support the channel. For those new to the channel, I have a Discord if you want to come hang out. We mainly talk trading. It's not a good place to sell your items really, but it's a good place to talk about the economy or trading in general. And I also have YouTube memberships. If you want to help support the channel, you can pay a membership, and I've got a bunch of different tier levels. So at video supporters, these are people who have paid for me to do a video request. I'll open up 25 of any crate. That was Galaxy, Festive Morgan, Menatix, and Raccoon. For Clan Pride supporters, these are people who have paid to get a Strange Clan Pride with my profile picture on it, and it's signed that says gift from the letter Z. That's Liquid Filth, NKS Grey, and POW. There's no key supporters right now. And then for refined supporters, we have Mintai, Joey Cheerio, Basil, Crash P, and Hammock. Thanks everybody for being supporters of the channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, that's all I got for today. Thanks for hanging out with me while I opened up another 1,000 crates. I can't guarantee that I'm going to do this every time I do an unboxing video, but I certainly did it twice. I'm exhausted, my fingers hurt. It was very boring having to unbox 1,000 crates at once. I don't really want to do that again. So next one should be a little shorter, a little more digestible, and hopefully a little more profitable. Hopefully we're not losing 200 keys with every video we do here. That's really too bad. Anyways, take care of yourselves out there. Remember, you don't have to gamble to have fun in Team Fortress 2. The game is alive and thriving, and you don't need to spend a penny on it. It's free to play. So go out there, have some fun, play some payload, play some control point, you know? Anyways, that's all. Bye bye.